is a valuable asset, and you want to take care of your home. From roofs, siding, windows, and doors to furnaces, flooring, landscaping, and much more. This is your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio, presented by JeffBuysYourHouse.com, Access, Level 10 Coatings, and by Center Guard Plumbing, with your host, Roger Piper.
Your go-to for all things home. It's Home Answers Radio.
Hi, welcome to Home Answers. I'm Roger Piper. This show is all about your home, inside, outside, anything to do with your home. Now, whether you're a do-it-yourselfer, we love to do that, or if you're somebody that likes to work with contractors or just hire contractors, hey, the show's for you. And what we'll do over the next few minutes, if you spend some time with us, I guarantee you that you'll pick up a few tips that you probably didn't know about before. Obed Perez, our guest today from Safeguard Construction in Aurora. Hi, Obed. Welcome to the show.
Hi, Roger.
All right. Now, you're with Safeguard Construction Company. Give us an overview of the company and what you do.
Yes. So Safeguard Construction has been around for over 20 years, founded in 2006 by Kevin Schultz. Primarily, he was starting off as a public adjuster and then had opened up a roofing and siding along with public adjusting. And then just recently, last year, we added the window and door division when I came on board.
Yep. And so when it comes to those great big holes in your house, which is what you take care of, right? They're called windows and doors. Yeah. There are a lot of choices out there. Give us some tips on if somebody is saying, okay, you know what? I want to take a look at maybe getting, replacing doors or a door or replacing windows. Tell us, for your general person that doesn't know anything about it or doesn't have anybody that they've been working with before, what are the questions that they should be asking when it comes to windows and doors?
Yeah, that's a good question, Roger. So typically when people are starting in the beginning phases, right, of inquiring about windows and should I, look for someone, who do I look for to in terms of, seeking the solution to my problem, or is my problem even big enough? Typically, I always tell people, ask somebody that you know, somebody that you may have known has encountered replacing their windows, ask them about their experience, and then also, too, look on the web. For good companies, they're going to be spotlighted on the web. It takes a lot of energy, a lot of time for us to come up on, web searches, key searches, and then investigate, find out, a little bit about those companies and how they operate. And then, you'll get enough information between friends, family, and the internet. You'll kind of get an idea, general idea in terms of what to ask, in terms of who offers what materials does my home need, what is suitable for my house, what do I have right now, and what I have right now, was it adequate when the house was built or when it was put in? So there's a lot of good questions to be asked, but I would start off there just to get started information. And then as you call companies out to your home, you'll get a lot more information. And then just take that information that they give you in the home and research it so that you can back it up to make sure that what they're saying is factual.
Okay. So it is important to do your homework when you're looking at doing windows and doors, because so much of it is about not as much about the product. I mean, the product's important, right? But installation is everything, because if you have a great product and it's not installed well, it's not a great product. And the same thing. So, how do you know that they do a good job with installation? Because if you get a no-name window or you're going with a name brand window, installation is still key, isn't it?
Yes, Roger. Some of the key takeaways, just being in this industry myself for over 21 years, and whoever I worked with, I always bring a couple of key points up when being asked about how to select the right person for your home. Well, I would first off say, the person you're searching, what products do they work with? Meaning the manufacturers, the brands, right? Who are they partnered with? Are those brands reputable? Do they tend to have good customer service reviews as a brand? Because if your contractor is working with a window brand that has a good reputation, that does already cut down half of the concern or worry that you may have. And it'll give you a little bit of peace of mind in choosing the right person. The second aspect of it is if they're installing those good quality brands that stand behind their customers in the industry, they most likely have already been certified or have practiced certification installations for those windows and doors that they are installing. So that's super important. To your point earlier, installations is everything. If they're not certified, if they have not worked with the product, then chances are they're not going to do a good job in your home. And that's just, the fact of somebody working in the industry.
Yeah, that makes sense. We're talking with Obed Perez with Safeguard Construction Company. Call them at 630-800-0384, 630-800-0384. And you can check them out on the web at safeguardgc.com. It's SAFEGC.com. And I always recommend going to the website and doing your homework. And we've been talking about ways to really pick the contractor that you want to work with. And when it comes to the product itself, what are warranties and that you should be looking for with the product itself? Not the installation, but the product. What are some good warranties?
Yeah, that's a good question, Roger. So in terms of warranties, and this is why we choose to partner with companies like Pella Windows and Doors and others that have a good warranty, because the warranty does matter. God forbid something happens to the business, the establishment, the owner, myself, the customer is still going to be in good hands after we're gone. And that's what I tell people, is the manufacturer going to pick up where we left off? And that is key, because to the point that I make in the home, that is like driving a vehicle without car insurance. You wouldn't want to do it. It's a risk. So having a good warranty and working with a manufacturer that has a good warranty and has your best, interest at heart when it comes to covering you as a homeowner, that's definitely key. If you're partnered with a contractor that's offering brands that give you good warranty, typically that's what I call a good marriage, where you have a good product and you have a good contractor, because it gives you peace of mind that they are working for your best interest.
Yep, that's some good tips there. Also, if you're looking at, let's say you want to do all new windows in the house, is it one of those things where you have to go, okay, I'm going to do it all at once? Or and I've known people that have done this successfully, where they say, okay, I'm going to do a few at a time. Is it okay to do that?
Yes. I always tell people I meet them where they're at. Whatever the house, typically needs, the homeowner will give us an assessment before we walk in terms of what they feel has been the area of concern. Mm-hmm. It could be bedroom. It could be a kitchen. Sometimes it just depends on the exposure of the location of the house, right? If it's in the open field and it doesn't have anything blocking it, trees or a home, those areas might be receptive to a little bit more of exposure than others. So we can work with customers with one window, two windows, half the front, upstairs, downstairs. So it's not uncommon. And sometimes it is the best thing for the customer, so they know who they're working with.
Right.
Because if they do a few at a time and they have a bad experience, not that we want them to, but if they do and they made the wrong decision to go with the wrong contractor and the wrong brand, they can then move on to a different product and a different brand for the rest of their home. It's a hard lesson to learn, but unfortunately it does happen. But no, I would say you're not forced to do the whole house. It would be homeowner preference if they choose to.
Yep. And so it's not a bad idea to do that then, huh? It's not a bad idea to piecemeal it out as opposed to doing, everybody would, you wouldn't do that with siding, right? But everybody would like to do everything at once. Let's go through it. Let's get the job done. But with windows and doors, that isn't necessarily the case, is it? You can do that. You can piecemeal it.
Yeah, you can piecemeal it, and a lot of times it does honestly, Roger, come down to price point. It comes down to what you can afford to do. And I've always said this: I'd rather you do a few at a time, and we do them throughout 5-10 years, however long it takes, as long as it's a quality brand. That will be the last time that you will replace it. But if you choose a brand or go with a contractor that offers a no-name brand that has no credibility in the industry as a good quality window, just so that you could afford doing them all, you're doing yourself a disservice. You're doing your home a disservice, because if you ever have to sell and you have inspections and those windows are bad, you're going to fail, and you're going to have to give restitution to the next buyer, or you're going to have to replace them again. And I've had those scenarios with clients that decided to save a buck because of their financial situation, which we all understand. We all have financial budgets, but I'd rather have people take their time to do a few at a time to do them right.
What brands does Safeguard work with?
So we work with Pella Windows and Doors. We are currently a Pella Platinum certified status contractor with Pella. I've sold their products for over 21 years in different areas, and to me, they've been, the best consistent window manufacturer out there. We also sell brands like Provia. We also provide customers with Marvin and also Anderson products. So we do try to select the best in the industry that offer great products, great selections, and great warranties. And all of those brands I just mentioned, they do offer those things.
And when it comes to installation, how do you back yourself up on that with the customer?
Yep. So typically when you offer a brand of product, if it is a good quality brand, they do offer certification programs where they do either online training as well as, face-to-face training where they have you come out to a facility of theirs or they come out on a job site and they go through processes and steps to ensure that you are installing their brand of product, not just the way they want, but also along with the materials that they want to use and prefer to use, just so that their window or door have the best success rate in every home. So that is some of the things that we do on a continuous basis. I always say we're constantly learning and we're constantly implementing practices that a manufacturer would like and has tested on their own and implement those into the home for our customers.
Great information. Obed Perez, Safeguard Construction Company. We're talking windows and doors. Give them a call at 630-800-0384. And you can go to safegc.com. That's SAFEGC.com. This is Home Answers on AM 560, The Answer.
Your go-to for all things home.